Happy New Year and welcome back to this month's edition of Trash Talk Tuesday. In this January edition, our topic focuses on rethinking recycling, a recycle refresh for the new year. Let's first take a look at why recycling is important. There are many reasons we can come up with, but ultimately, recycling helps improve the environment in Baltimore City and our region. If we all do our part to recycle, we can reduce trash and litter, prevent pollution of land and waterways, reduce materials that are landfilled or incinerated, and overall, we can decrease greenhouse gas emissions. Believe it or not, all of these actions are connected, and the partnership between DPW and the residents of Baltimore is crucial to ensure we are keeping our environment in Baltimore as clean as possible. Let's dive into the connection and assess what happens when we do not recycle effectively. When trash and litter are thrown on the ground, it gets washed into storm drains and blocks them, which causes floods, increases the spread of waterborne and sanitation-related diseases, and disables aquatic life. One way DPW works to protect, enhance, and restore the city's waterways is through our street sweeping program. Street sweeping not only makes the streets cleaner, but it prevents unwanted materials from flowing into the storm drains and polluting our waterways. When we do not recycle, the landfill fills up faster, which is something we want to prevent as we work to reduce our trash streams. As more trash enters the landfill, it is all packed together, which leads to a long decaying process that emits harmful gases. So how do we reduce our trash stream? The answer is recycling, which will ultimately decrease greenhouse gas emissions by extending the life of recyclable materials. It is extremely easy to recycle. You first start with any container you want, so paper bags, cardboard boxes, even laundry baskets. The only rule is not to place your recyclables in a plastic bag. Once you fill your container with approved recycling materials, you can place them outside for curbside collection or drop them off at any of DPW's 5 residential drop-off centers. A common question asked by residents and constituents is, what happens to my recycling? So I'm here to tell you, here's the rundown. First, DPW collects recycling at single-family residences, and residents can also bring their recycling to the residential drop-off centers around the city. All of the recyclables are packed into a load packer truck, and the recycling is delivered to the Northwest Transfer Station, where it's consolidated and loaded into compacting tractor trailers. It is then transported to the Waste Management Recycle America Materials Recovery Facility, or MRF, in Elkridge, Maryland. At the recycling facility, contaminated items are removed and the materials are sorted by commodity, which include plastic, paper, or glass. Commodities are then baled and prepared for transport to various vendors who purchase the bales to turn the materials into new products. Now that we understand why recycling is important and the recycling process, let's talk about how we can recycle right. Here's a list of what can and cannot be recycled in our curbside program. The main recyclables are paper, cartons, cans, plastic, and glass bottles or jars. The best way to keep these recyclables contamination-free is to ensure they are clean and dry. The main items not accepted in the curbside program are food and liquids, paper towels and napkins, tanglers such as garden hose and wires, carry-out food containers, and plastic bag and film, which include clamshell packaging. These are all items that can contaminate recycling and can damage the recycling machinery. Next up, we provide a Recycle Right breakdown with details on how to identify recyclables. Plastic bottles, jugs, and containers where the mouth is narrower than the body are accepted in the curbside recycling program. Containers where the mouth is as wide as the body, such as yogurt containers, are not accepted. Recyclables must be loose in the recycling cart or your container of choice and should never be placed in a plastic bag. No plastic wrap or film are allowed. This can include sandwich and freezer bags, clamshell packaging, and bubble wrap. Pizza boxes are allowed if they are free of grease. If one side of your pizza box is clean and the other side is dirty, you can rip the box and throw the soiled side in the trash and recycle the clean side. Although paper is allowed in the program, Our recycling facility does not accept shredded paper due to its ability to damage machinery. And finally, all glass bottles and jars are accepted and feel free to leave the lid on. If you are ever unsure of what you can or cannot recycle, be sure to check out our Recycle Right tool on DPW's website. DPW also has 2 additional recycling programs that are offered for all residents. The first program is our residential food scrap drop-off program. If you ever find yourself creating a lot of food waste, such as cooked pasta, rice, fruits, and vegetables, be sure to bring them down to any of our 5 residential drop-off centers, the 32nd Street Farmers Market, or the Jones Fall Expressway Farmers Market. These food scraps are given to compost haulers as well as local farms that use the scraps as feed for their hogs. The second program is the Durable Medical Equipment Program. Residents are able to bring in used wheelchairs, power chairs, or scooters to the Northwest Transfer Station, as well as the Quarantine Road landfill, where they will be sanitized, repaired, and given to adults and children who may need them. Thank you for tuning in to this month's edition of Trash Talk Tuesday. Be on the lookout for next month's edition of Trash Talk Tuesday titled Help is on the Way, a citizen's guide to common recycling contaminants in local services. If you have any questions, you can email us at recycling@baltimorecity.gov. See you next month.